Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Tripwe Talk. Aku host hari ini, nama aku Rea. Let's just introduce ourselves.
I'm Della.
Della.
Deller.
And beside me here is
Jordan.
King Jordan and King James.
Yep.
Yes.
Sure.
James is from...
So,
Where are you from?
yep, from BRP Australia, Sydney.
I'm from Sydney, Australia as well. I work for the BRP Australian and BRP X Team.
BRP X Team. Yeah, so I'm here today with the BRP team. So usually we collaborate with BRP Indonesia, and now we're with BRP Australia and BRP X. And we're gonna ask them a few questions about the trips they've done here in Indonesia. Is it your first time here?
First time for this kind of stuff, but I've been here for family, that kind of thing as well, a lot of years ago. So, yeah.
But you haven't flown for 3 years.
I haven't flown for 9 years. So,
Really? It's the first time
yeah.
in 9
It's
years.
changed a lot.
For the better, I hope.
Yeah, for the better. Traffic's the same.
Traffic's the same.
Traffic is definitely.
I hope the landing is a little bit better.
Oh, I didn't fly Garuda this time.
Oh, what did you fly?
Singapore? No, Thai.
Thai. And Jordan? First time in Indonesia?
First time in Jakarta. I think I run that Aussie stereotype where I've been to Bali. Yeah, we all know Bali
Bule Bali.
exists.
The Bintang singlet.
No. I had a slightly more cultural experience, but thank you very much. But yeah, first time in Jakarta and Surabaya, and like a very, I think, different and very interesting change to what I've experienced previously in Indonesia.
Okay. So before you went here, what were your, expectations when you were planning to come to Jakarta and Surabaya to go, going on these adventures, going on the trips with Tripwe? What were your expectations before coming here?
My expectations were pretty high, but I think I'm lucky enough where within the ecosphere that I work in, I had done a fair amount of research before we came here and had some pretty good expectations on and had a look at the marketing material that was there before I arrived. So I expected a good adrenaline adventure, but that had like a very, I suppose, interesting and memorable experience that came along with it. I wanted that kind of mix of both worlds.
What about you,
Well,
Mr. James?
I was told to expect a comprehensive experience where I don't have to make any guesswork. And
That's a good summary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had
okay.
20 seconds to think of that while you were talking. No, the expectations were high and they were met. So I cannot complain.
Yay.
Yay.
And so yesterday you went on a riding trip with
Yep.
Seadoo Safari Surabaya. Della here is the Seadoo Safari Surabaya team, which just recently opened. So try it out. Yeah, so Jordan went with Della. How was it?
It was fresh.
Fresh?
Yeah, like it obviously it's a very nice new premises. But I was very surprised and interested in the journey that we kind of took on. I was definitely I had my expectations in terms of like the mangrove river and knowing that, I think we unfortunately had a bit of weather and, that's definitely there in terms of the access to that when it's coming through. But like the experience that is then provided through, the Sura.
You can do it.
I know. The Suramadu.
Suramadu.
Bridge.
Yes.
And I think I spoke about it with a couple of the people that were on the trip with us. And I spoke with Della about it. The first time that I had coming from Sydney, the Harbour Bridge is that iconic thing that we have in the harbour, and you drive across it every day, and you get the train across it to go to work, and all that kind of stuff. But the first time that I kind of went under it on a ferry and like on a boat, and was like looking up and being like, man, you're looking at the infrastructure from like a completely different angle. Unfortunately, PwC's jet skis aren't allowed in Sydney Harbour, but like having that experience from like the smaller watercraft, I think, like I love motorcycles. I've loved motorcycles forever, and I like them because you have that like connection with the road and nature when you're riding them. That's kind of like more in your face, and you're more connected, and you get the same thing on a Seadoo, on a PwC, a jet ski. Like you're like can touch the water, but you're under the bridge. Like it's all within reach. You're a lot more connected, I think.
Yeah.
Glad you enjoyed it.
It was good. It was good, and no one fell off.
Let's not talk about that today.
Yeah,
it's not about me. It's about you two today. James, did you go on any trips?
Yeah, I went riding on Saturday. So that was a Seadoo Safari as well, which was a 6-hour island hopping experience, and an experience that sticks with you even today, because I still can barely walk upstairs. No, that was very intense, but overall it was start to finish very high end, high quality. The facility is great, the units are great. You get back, you have a shower, you have a change of clothes, and you feel fresh until the next day when you wake up in your hotel room, and you just think, hey, maybe I might not get out of bed today.
Where did you go?
Oh, gee, that's a great question. I've forgotten all of the names.
Come on, Matt. I've got an excuse to like.
Haven't been here in 10 years.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway.
I think maybe you went to Poncho Island.
That probably
Asha,
sounds familiar.
Asha Beach Club.
Yep, went
that
there.
one.
That was awesome. That was like paradise.
Yeah. Did you go to the canal, like the clear blue water?
Probably. There was clear blue water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that was great for the gram.
What was the drink we got at the Poncho Beach Club today?
The drink? Oh,
Yeah.
Asha at Asha.
The-
Soda Gembira.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Happy soda. Do you know about
Did you get
soda
the happy
Gembira?
soda?
I don't.
Nah.
What is it?
It's
You
soda
missed
Gembira.
out.
It's like this.
I did miss out.
You're gonna have to go
So
back again
who-
tomorrow just for the soda.
I got the wrong tour guide.
Should have went with Pari. He's
Yeah?
like, oh, soda Gembira. And we ordered like 6 glasses. So it's like this traditional sweet drink. It's like this much of condensed milk.
Oh,
And then
okay.
like the rest is just like this pig syrup.
So sugar rush.
It's just a sugar rush.
It was
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Like you know me, I love a little bit of sugar.
Jeez, I'll have to go back then. No choice.
Yeah. But it was good. It was very, very good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And during the trips, how was your experience using Tripwe app for the first time? Ordering through Tripwe and like scanning and finishing the trips. How was it? Can you tell a little bit?
Yeah, there's probably not a huge amount to say because it was smooth and easy. Like it.
And that's what you want from an app.
Yeah, for
Smooth
sure.
and easy.
What's I suppose when you're looking at doing something and then you want to book it and then you want to go experience something, like you don't want to spend days trying to get back and forth.
Yeah.
You just want to kind of do it, set and forget, run away. I think for me, and I definitely being like a foreigner, and as we've realized, not being great with the language, like having the reminders that come through and then like being able to track where my location is going to and that kind of stuff, like it kind of gave that like sense of adventure when you're heading out to go. And so it was good. It was very, very, very easy to use.
I want to ask is, we want to know about the riding scene in Australia, because you both know the riding scene in Australia, especially the women there, the women riders, generally in BRP, like both Can-Am and Seadoos. Can you tell us a little bit more about, if there's a community, if there's a club?
It's like I think, and that's like I'm so fascinated around the community that's in Indonesia, because it's like here you have an amazing like facilities where you all communally like not communally. What am I trying to say here? Like,
I don't know, mate.
yeah, thanks.
I can't help you.
Gather,
Gather. Thank you. That's pretty much exactly what I was going for.
hang out.
Hang out. Yeah. Like Australia has like the way that we connect with product is differently in terms of we purchase product, you have it on a trailer, like you go home, you purchase your Can-Am, you put it on a trailer, you go home, you go out and you ride, and you ride within like your subset group of like a couple of your mates that also have skis together, or you go fishing with a couple of your mates, and that generally like that's there's no real like or at least not that I know of, and I'm sure there probably is, and now I'm going to sound really bad, but like like for me, we're going out with friends, and that's whether it's male, female, everyone's kind of going out together and having a good time. I think there's within the Can-Am side of things, like that's at that like social level, there's everyone kind of goes out and goes camping, and it's definitely like a full family event. Like for us, it's you go out, you go riding with your mates and your Can-Ams, you then pull up, have a campfire, sink a couple of beers, like camp in your tent, have a good time, that kind of thing.
Okay, speaking about the the women riders, the amazing women riders in Australia, what do you think in the future your goal, because we've talked before and you said you really wanted to shift your focus more into women empowerment in power sports. So what do you think what is your goal? What is your vision? What were you planning? The closest thing you're planning to?
For me, what I'm planning with that is like I would like to connect you guys back with our global team. It's far out of my remit, but I think there's definitely more focus that is being portrayed, like more focus that's being put on women in power sports within the BRP scope, and I think like that would be a really good place to kind of there's great things happening within Indonesia. There's I think some incredible stories that are happening here and some incredible successes that are happening here. For me, I would like to connect that on a back and make it a bit more loud. But that for me, that's I'll connect you guys through once we get back in Australia.
Yeah, we would love that. We'll be honored. So, power sports for empowerment. Is that it?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the tagline they're going with, but yeah, it should be.
Do you see Tripwe being implemented, across wider range, wider area, other countries, other areas? What do you think?
It was super easy. You don't have to think as usual. I don't like thinking. You just press Seadoo. You just get your Tripwe cash. You pick the thing that you want. You pick the day. You press book. That's it, and you just go. It is that easy.
Yeah. So, what do you think in the future plans to collaborate with Tripwe, with us?
That's
James?
Definitely a Jordan question. Don't turn back around.
Look,
He's gonna play the confidential card again.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, no, expansion plan, confidential.
It's like I think at the moment it's the good expansion, but yeah, it's here we go. We've got to see how it goes.
What do you think of the Tripwe team, of the us here, BRP and Tripwe of Indonesia?
Look, I think
see you.
Sorry. I'm just playing with it.
I think in with that one, I think like I think it's been really good in terms of with BRP Australia, like coming to the office, and coming to Indonesia, we've had the ability to kind of, I suppose, get that insight into the back end of not only the distributorships that's working, but also the Tripwe offices, and it's really good. Like I think there's a really solid team that you guys are all working with, and I think really friendly people. And I think that's the key to like a good business is always like you can feel a vibe when you go into an office. Like, and I don't know, I speak about this, like, the vibe, but like, it's
Confidential card.
no, it's legit
Yeah,
when you get a vibe on,
Yeah.
on like when you walk into an office and people are working, and you go like, these guys are having fun.
Yeah, I
they're
believe
working,
in
but they're
vibes.
having fun. Like, you know,
We
I
do.
think, yeah. Well, we got the same thing. That's why James and I work for BRP. Like, it's the same vibe where you know we have fun and it's
same
enjoyable.
for
and
us as well.
yeah, it works well.
Yeah.
You can get stitched up on podcasts like this.
Yeah, with 2 minutes notice.
Okay. Well, that is all for our Tripwe talk. I want to, on behalf of Tripwe and BRP Indonesia, we want to thank you for coming all the way here, flying for the first time in 9 years, to come here
Appreciate
and
that.
take the trips with
It's worth it.
us, go to under Suramadu Bridge with us. So it's been an honor and it's been a pleasure to have you here.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.